Yeah, because he unmuted us.
I unmuted you.
Right? Isn't that how it goes?
I don't know. We'll know in a
Hello.
hour and a half. Yeah.
Hello,
Hello.
can you hear us? Hello.
What's
Not
up, Nova?
Penny's boat.
Nova, we didn't. Thanks for noticing. We didn't switch to Wednesdays, but some factors outside of our control. Yeah. So don't count on that Wednesday title card. That's just this week.
Oh, well, thank you for coming. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're very happy to have you, so thank you so much.
We'll make a title card for each day of the week and just surprise you guys.
Yeah.
Instead, it'll say in like a week, it'll say Fridays at 7:30, and we just want to make you feel like you're crazy.
I missed something.
Yeah.
All right, so what? Not Penny's boat. Hope you guys see that.
Yeah. Hello and welcome.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know we're a day early. Typically, we do every other Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We kind of have a family thing going on Thursday night, so we opted to move it to today. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Nova, glad to see you back. Miss Tech Nova.
Hi, Nova.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up, Nova?
Whoa. What's up, Nova?
Did you get a clear shot of Cecilia Fanning?
Not yet.
Okay, just want to make sure, because I can send her one.
Okay.
I need to stop flicking my pen.
No, we did.
Did we? Oh, Cecilia, wait, I think...
He's talking about last week, like, did we finish on, like, a screen of her that Nova could screenshot?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I know she took a picture, but I'd like to get her something a little bit better.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Hey, what's up, GMB?
Yeah, Nova, if you didn't get a...
Mr. Bagpipes.
If you didn't get a good shot of Cecilia Fanning, we can full screen her, and you can do a Command-Shift-3.
Okay, so GM is Grant. So Grant, thank you very much. I know this that you followed me recently. You're following Artifact and liking our stuff, so good on you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for joining us. So, just to start off, again, you can follow us on Twitter at artifact_media. You can find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Instagram. By searching for Artifact Production, so be sure to follow us and subscribe there.
Oh, yeah.
And, Miles, this week, you want to open it up?
Oh, Nova said she did get a good look at her. I Instagrammed it, but a full screen is very nice, too. Thank you. So, yeah, Joey, if you want to... If you have... I don't know if you have Cecilia on tap.
I do. I will...
yes, it's a verb.
I can email it to her, or we can email it to her.
Okay, yeah, we'll shoot it your way,
so
Nova.
that way she can have it.
So, guys, we were thinking this week, we're going to go a little tiny bit, since it's a weird day, we're going to go just for an hour. We're going to try to be diligent with ourselves. And then also, we were thinking of doing the BFF van, which is kind of a really integral part that I don't think we've even mentioned on any podcast or anything. But they drive around in a... imagine if not a Batmobile, but this is a futuristic superhero world, but they're also at the low end of the totem pole. So it might be technically cooler than a van that you could buy now, but it's run down and beat to hell.
I think if you kind of Google 80s vans, it has that kind of weird boxy retro shape.
Yeah.
But I think that it could definitely use some upgrades in this universe, so that's where we're going to start.
Okay, so do we want to start out with the box, or do we and just cut out the shapes?
Okay, well, let's kind of talk about how the practicality of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It needs to be able to load.
Oh, before that,
yes.
Do we need to set a timer so we're good about not running over our sketching period?
No, do 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, guys, new format, 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're seriously trying to be diligent. Talking about vans like hover vans or wheels. Let me put it this way, Nova. You could probably buy nicer vans, but what is the quality of the BFF? Like, if they're heroes, but they're not going to be rolling around on the latest stuff. They're not going to have the best equipment, and so I think the van is kind of a reflection of that. So I guess it can do a couple of different things, and it may have a little bit of a different feel to it, but it still needs to be the lower end.
Think of like the Millennium Falcon of vans.
Yeah, but the Millennium Falcon,
but that's
cool.
still cool.
No, I know that's the thing. It's like a hot rod. It's like a beater, but I mean you have to bang the spaceship to make it start and go. So it's a little bit like that, to where technically it is futuristic for us, but I mean it's everyone thinks it's a piece of junk in their world.
From where they're from.
And then the one idea that I did like that I'm going to latch onto is the kind of semi-covered wheels.
Okay. Oh yeah, semi-covered.
I like the idea that they bought it like that because it looked cool, but now it's going to be really hard to change it flat.
Yeah,
yeah, I like that.
If ever they have to change a flat, it's a big ordeal. Yeah. Can you Like how many times like
they have to get Leroy to jack the car up to like a 45-degree angle so they can pull the wheel out from underneath
They gotta go like a different way. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like easy switch. Yeah, whatever.
Maybe something like an old Volkswagen.
Okay. Flat front, I'm guessing.
So yeah, so maybe a flatter front. And again, it does have to be able to load and haul Leroy around. And then the rest of the team should be able to fit in. So Leroy, again, is a robot for those who don't really know about the character or haven't seen some of our other streams or podcasts. So we have Leroy, Jack, Mo, Maddie, and Dane. So all 5 have to be able to fit in, but typically we'll only be, having 4 people ride around.
How do y'all feel about a side hatch door that opens up or slides back?
I do like the idea of having one door that slides up on one side, but it can't be on both.
Slides up. Or opens up. Like clamshell open or slide up as in like it's on rails.
What do you guys think? Hold on. So Nova said, how about a more food truck designed van so the driver could just jump in? She's thinking so like Baby's Day Out, like that, where they just kind of jump in.
Wait, like an open door?
Kind of like, I guess, like a mailman's truck, where you just kind of walk in and suddenly you're in a car. Like, there's no door.
Well, let me try it out. Why not? Let me put a seat up here. It almost looks like a trolley.
The thing is I see 2 people being able to sit in the front indoors. I do see doors in the front at least. I think the back end is where we're going to have room to really play. Okay.
That sounds good. So we're happy with the rectangle shape then?
I think it's too obvious. Like a very flat front. Catalina and I had talked about somewhat of a slope, but just a really like a stout one.
Okay.
To where it still gives the impression of a flat front, but you get the angle at least looks a little aerodynamic, like it was at some point meant to be an action van.
Okay. Let me do that. Slope as in the bottom side is pointing out?
Yeah, just like a normal van, like a normal car. It's maybe it doesn't have to go.
I kind of imagine things too, like maybe there's something on the top that protrudes a little bit, so whenever they go under like narrow or very low hanging overpasses, it kind of hits or drags along.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't remember who said the idea about the doors that were on a rail that go vertically up, but I love the idea of them making a quick getaway and then going on an underpass and it hits.
I also like the idea maybe that their AC is on top, like a food truck.
Oh, yeah.
Like they do stuff like that. Let me...
turn the fan on!
That's awesome. Okay. So let me erase the front of this stuff.
Let me see, because it seems like I took a screenshot or photo once of this van that we saw that we really liked. That served kind of as a great template.
We should give it tank treads.
Here we go. Okay, see, look.
Let's see. Okay.
I don't know that you guys can see that.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's the one. See, it looks futuristic, but 80s futuristic. So that looks like a movie that came out in 1988, and it says The Future, 1993.
And what's interesting is that the top of it, the very top of the windshield is narrower than the base of it. So it somehow gets wider.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do then, this is a nice flat angle and everything, but I'm going to try doing it 2/3.
Okay.
So we can actually see what it's going to look like. And I'm going to switch to this pen. So let's do like that.
Thank you guys very much for joining us again. We do really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate it. Yeah. It's a big boost to morale if even a couple people show up to the live stream because, it's hard to be creatively on all the time. I think we can be open enough saying that. And so when people share in it, that's why we get so touched by a fan art. It's like it's not just a novelty. It's like people validating and confirming that what you do is something that brings joy to them as well.
Yeah, that they take joy in it too.
Oh, and we might touch on it later, but we have a new giveaway. Like we have something for a new giveaway.
We do have a new giveaway.
We can touch on that in the break.
Yeah.
In between the two or whatever you want to do. All right. There we go.
Grant said, I can see either Dane or Mo ducking beneath overpasses while they're trying to repair the AC. I see. You know what's funny, Grant, is I see there being an issue, and Jack, because he's a leader, he would be like, Dane, go do it. And then because the Dane is essentially like the errand boy, he's just gonna, his protege, but really just the errand boy.
That's so weird that you guys are because I was gonna say this, but I thought it was dumb. So imagine, like, I know AC units aren't like this, but you remember when I was trying to help start that generator?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that.
I had the idea of imagine Dane hanging out the window trying to get on the roof, trying to start the AC with some kind of a cord like that.
Hand, like a hand, not like a hand crank.
Dane, we got 400 feet till an overpass. Come on, kid. Yeah. Overpass in 200, 150. 100, come on, Dane. And Dane's like, oh, I'm almost there. And he's trying to yank it and start the AC. Like, that's our summer episode or something. It's so hot.
I like that. Let me,
That's really funny.
If we have a summer episode, that's the one that they conspicuously, maybe that's the reason that Mr. Crisper isn't as cold as he usually is.
Mr. Crisper.
Even the sun's a little getting to him.
We also, I don't know, Grant, if you know this, but no, I remember you, I'm sure you remember, but we have, or did we tell them?
I think we said the Crisper. I think we briefly met. No, I don't think we
the
did.
Mr. Crisper.
We came up with it after last live stream.
Okay. It's Mr. Crisper. He's an idea of a
well, tell him how it started. What's your favorite part of the fridge?
The crisper.
The fruit crisper. And so we were like, first off, why do you have a favorite part of a refrigerator? Second of all, the crisper is like one of the. I mean, I appreciate what it does, but it keeps fruit at like a nice 40 degrees.
A nice rotting degree.
Yeah, and so to where it still doesn't come out that well or crisp.
It's still hidden, but if everything goes south, like it's contained,
yeah.
The scent doesn't get out as bad.
So we're gonna make some kind of a Mr. Freeze-esque. Or there's Captain Cold, there's Mr. Freeze, there's always a cold themed villain. But we're like, what if he, instead of taking you Sub-Zero, this guy just brings you to a cool 45 Fahrenheit.
He's just a cool 45.
He's booked for live events, man.
Oh yeah, instead of bringing Misters, they're like, bring the Crisper, he'll be fine.
Who can we afford? Bring the Crisper.
It's like 50 for a night.
There we go. We got Dane hanging out the window.
He's just hanging off from that cord because Mo's trying to dodge potholes. I think, here's the thing is, Mo would not dodge the potholes.
No.
He wouldn't.
No,
he would just keep driving.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what helps Dane finally pull the thing all the way.
Yeah.
He flies up 5 feet and then it finally yanks it.
And then he swings back in. That's amazing.
He's
but yeah, Mo is the kind to definitely let Dane suffer like that.
Yeah.
Just for his own amusement.
Here we go.
Is he literally a fridge? What does he look like? I love it. I thought I'd missed that. Tell me, Crisper. Mr. Crisper's amazing. Get the Crisper.
Yeah, no, but I don't know what it would look. Maybe we could just. I wish we had remembered him. We could design him the next time, but in some way we're gonna make him look like that translucent plastic with like the ridges on it that
and then kind of bluish.
Yeah, a bluish hue.
We can work on him next, man. If you want.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys want, you want to work on Mr. Crisper
next?
look.
I mean, Joey's almost kind of done with the van. He even drew Dane up there, and we still got a good 10 minutes on the van. So let's come up with a bunch of van ideas. And then we can get crispy.
Yeah.
We can get crispy. So, what type of way do they have to signal? I guess just regular stuff, right?
Well, they can, but...
Do we see it damaged in any way?
Yeah, we can damage it. What do you want to do with it?
I don't know.
Get cracked windshields.
What do you guys think? Because I don't see this as being the type of vehicle where they have, like, something dangling from their rearview mirror. Nothing like that.
Yeah, and we've always tried to be really wary this entire creative process of making things not look overly shoddy, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause that's kind of an easy joke. There's a really fine nuanced line between like making something look like, oh, they get it, LOL, it's so bad.
Yeah,
versus
it's the difference between like a dilapidated house versus just kind of like we said, it's just not in a great area. Mm-hmm. It's not well kept. It's not run down.
Or like Donnie and Dusty, it's like our first idea, Brick and Burke, two criminal brothers. That's wacky, and it's like we can find something 2 steps more subtle than that.
Yeah, and the father and son, man, I cannot.
And it always takes 500% more work, but it's always 1,000% more rewarding.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
The yield is better. Of course it is.
Just for the heck of it. Doing a little weird.
Oh, Joey, just from an artist perspective, do you, Are you drawing Mo? Like, what do you do for, like, if you have to do it from the exterior of a windshield looking interior? Do you draw them at, like, a different opacity, or?
No. Well, you can,
exactly,
depending on how you want to render it. But usually what I do is add lines like this.
Oh, just streaks?
Yeah. And then cracks and stuff like that.
Do you have to, like, I mean, we're probably not going to have time to color it, but if you did, would you have to, like, desaturate it and make it, like, a little...
Yeah, definitely.
See, that's the things you don't think of as, like, trying to color from behind glass. Like, what would they look like behind glass?
You could. I mean, you could do the layer, but...
And if it's like a certain lighting because it's night, or if it's just regular daylight.
I was trying to shoot a short film at one point, and cleft, actually, Joey.
Yeah.
And
cleft.
I was like, let's
Look
do
for
a...
it.
No, it wasn't released.
Look for it on Vimeo.
and I was like, let's do a shot. Let's just shoot it from the windshield. This is gonna be an easy wonder. And I was like, wait, glass, sunlight. This didn't work.
That wasn't anticipating that. Graham brought up the idea about, let me see, maybe some mismatched rearview mirrors. So what about things that don't match? Things that have been added.
That's great.
Substituted.
Let me give. Do y'all want like a trucker one out here where it's like a rectangle, and then like a?
Is it something that kind of pops out versus something that's always there? Like, does it retract whenever they have to get into something kind of tight or narrow, or is it always there?
I mean, that's pretty high tech.
Okay.
We could give them big round ones like that are really mismatched.
What if they're just very low?
Okay.
So you don't ever really see the right height, and you can't adjust them?
Do we want them as rectangles?
What do we think?
Oh, wait, what do you guys
think?
The mirrors?
The rearview mirrors, yeah.
I didn't think that would be a point of contention for design,
like
but that is an interesting opportunity, yeah. Yeah, either if they're too low, or maybe they stick out a tiny bit too much.
Is one of them broken, or does it, like, just turn?
Let's see.
What is it?
I'm just putting these on here if y'all want to change the design. I don't know,
maybe like Mo was in charge of replacing them at one point, and he put the wrong kind of glass, so it's almost like a funhouse mirror, and you can't, everything's warped.
Grant said, and maybe a big Nova on the grill. I recall y'all wanting to make Nova the Acme of the
do you want to have the car be Nova? And you can do it in like...
Grant, you've been doing your homework.
Yeah, you can do it in like GMC leathers, or, like blocky, short Helvetica, or like Impact.
How about a bumper sticker collage of different stickers faded and torn on the bumper near the license plate?
Nova, I had a similar idea, because we were talking, someone in, I was watching a review of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, and someone equated it to, someone said Zack Snyder's visual style was like drawings you would find on the side of a faded panel van. And so I was thinking, like, what if it's it was used for something else, and so you do still have paint or stickers from... I don't know if we want to go that deep into the lore right now, but what do you think would be on
You could do that, but whenever I see stickers, they could be for like adornment to kind of dress the van up, or maybe the previous owner had them. But if any sort of stickers are going to be applied to the cruise van, I feel like they have been applied to keep it together, to cover cracks.
Oh, that's funny.
To keep something working versus it just being like, this is what we like. I just see them as being like, oh yeah, it's kind of like tape, so let's use it.
Well, do y'all want them to have a cracked windshield that's being held together by tape then? Or what do y'all like? And also, do y'all want the glass to be like, you know how plastic in the 80s kind of had that hard edge, but they like tried to make windshields and stuff out of it and toys? Do y'all want that for the front of it?
Ooh. Wait, would you be able to tell over animation if that's different? Because I know what you mean. Like, if I had a Millennium Falcon toy and the plastic that they would use for the glass on that.
Yeah.
How would you be able to tell that different from normal glass?
Here we go.
What's up?
Texas Kingpin's here.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Look who's here. Look who wandered in.
Miniguns on either side. Assault cannon on the top of the car.
That's what he wants.
Joey, seriously, I was thinking maybe like a radar spire or like a coil on top of the van.
Maybe in the back, like way back here.
Yeah. Something, though, to beam in some kind of a signal, because I assume their radio might be like a police radio tapped into the same database that they get their missions from.
Crack held together by a stick figure family on the window.
Boom.
What is it? I like that the AC is up there. That's funny. And I think it's even funnier if Dane were to climb through like on the other side, and then Mo starts closing it or something, so Dane's getting trapped under the door. Like if he were right there. Okay. I fell in love with your mission statement at the moment I found that about y'all. I binge watch all the podcasts, blog posts, and live streams so I could see y'all. Oh, thank you so much. That's very kind of you, Grant.
We got binge watch.
Awesome. That's amazing. I'll tell you, man, I'm sure you've heard like all these different things between the beginning and now, but I'll tell you, yeah, like everything. It's just crazy.
Yeah, he said where we were to where we are now, and I was like, how far is that? But now I'm thinking back on all this stuff, yeah.
We've come pretty far, and I'm very proud of everything that we've done, and I'm glad that we have people that believe in us, and that really matters. It really, really matters, because we depend on you guys, and we like creating with you.
Yes, we do.
And we appreciate it. So thank you very much, Grant.
Thank you for granting us that compliment.
Oh,
thank you very much.
Sandbag him, Grant. You know what that means.
Grant bag
you
me.
know what that means.
Yeah, Grant bag
Actually,
him.
let's not Grant bag me. Let's go ahead and toss that one
Hey,
out.
I'm just throwing out ideas because people told me to, Nova.
Hams.
Don't be hating, Joe.
Hams. What's
Miles,
Texas
how much time do we
Kingpin?
have left?
Oh, wait, sorry.
How much time do we have left,
I'm not a
guys?
good time. Oh, yikes. 2:45. So.
Okay, guys, so we have 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Suggestions. Even just from this
Anything.
angle. It doesn't even have to be for the whole van. Just look at the angle we're at and think of
Anything.
what could look good. Like maybe for the grill or for. I see the windshield's already cracked.
That makes sense.
Let's see.
Yeah, Grant says, please don't Grant bag me. I promise I won't Grant bag you.
Okay.
Got
So
that.
what can it be?
Oh, we're a mess. Actually, no, never mind. That still counts. The Arte Fact Production live stream is regularly scheduled every other Thursday. Except for when it's not.
So it's okay. April's always a busy month, though. So many birthdays, parties, getting ready for Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, there's a big Mexico
I'm going to buy
thing.
a death whistle.
Okay.
That'll be Mo's thing.
Yeah.
Any suggestions, guys?
Oh, yeah, guys, let's try to think of... I don't think they would have a vanity plate, but let's try to think of some kind of a...
I'm just doing BFF right now. Y'all
Okay.
can pick whatever y'all want.
That's how they got to advertise BFF. Like, that way they know. That way they know it's their vehicle. What's your plate? BFF.
Yeah, but I mean, whenever you have other heroes that show up in like flying, gliding super jets, like Quinjets and stuff like that.
They show up in what looks to be a refurbed, like, taco truck.
Oh, you're right. I kind of lost a perspective of that they're going to have like a Blackbird from X-Men and they're going to show up to fight people on top of the Statue of Liberty, and then these guys have this.
They're like, when are the BFFs going to get here? They're like, it'll take about 2 days.
Yeah,
Driving
2
straight.
days.
Driving straight.
I like how they couldn't get the vanity plate just to say BFF, so they had to add 001. Like, you got to have 3 more digits. I'm sorry, I can't just do the 3. Like, just put
Why
1.
wasn't BFF approved? They said it.
3 more numbers.
I don't know.
We better get that vanity plate real quick,
Yeah.
or someone's gonna take it.
BFF 001. I love it.
Just put 1 after it. You can't just do 1. You got to have 2 other numbers. Put 001.
What about, you want to do 1, 2, 3? BFF 1, 2, 3. It's kind of gonna ring.
Oh yeah, I've seen it all. BFF 1, 2, 3.
I've seen a couple letters before BFF. I mean,
There we go.
It's looking pretty good.
Just for the heck of it, I'm giving it like a truck bed back here. Uh-oh.
there we go. Time is done.
Time's up.
Okay, guys.
Right.
So, I think that turned out pretty well.
Yeah, there's the BFF van for right now.
Yep.
And I like it. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think, Catalina?
I think it looks pretty good. I like it. It's going to be interesting to see what the color's like.
Yeah.
But I think it looks good. I want to see the back of it where we're going to have to load Leroy for that first episode. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what that looks like, but I think it looks good so far.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for helping us create that.
Yeah, thank y'all. Thank you for all the suggestions and just hanging out.
BFF001 is also their Wi-Fi password.
So I won't time the next one. We'll just go when it gets into like 7:30, 7:35, and we'll just do CRISPR.
7:30.
7:30, right?
Bro.
8:30. That's what I mean.
Bro.
8:30, bro.
Okay. So we got CRISPR for a good solid 30 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, hey guys, and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. Now that we finally are on iTunes, don't forget. Do not forget.
Oh yeah, our entire backlog of podcasts is now on iTunes. So if you subscribe, you can listen to them and then not have it be on SoundCloud. You can put it in your car. You can have us in your ears.
You can gift it to friends, family, the local shelter.
Yeah, log onto their phones and subscribe for us.
Yeah, do it. All right, awesome. So next, guys, we'll probably work on the Mr. CRISPR.
Okay.
He mainly his high season is summer. I mean, that's when he's busy.
Okay.
No one's calling CRISPR during the winter.
So we want him to have plastic, like clear plastic looking outfits. Is that what we want?
He's called Mr. CRISPR.
Okay.
I don't want him to be wearing like a parka or anything like Captain Cold or like Mr. Freeze. I think if he's made of that plastic that's like that ice tube bucket that Loteria Night's made out of, you know? That kind of looks like a CRISPR. Yeah. That.
All right, let's see.
We do still love you, Nova.
Yeah, of course.
Listen on SoundCloud.
That's weird, Nova. I always assume more people would listen on iTunes than on SoundCloud, but yeah, go for it. Do SoundCloud.
We do have a lot of people.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of people that listen. I've been looking at the analytics.
So wait, to determine how sinister he should innately look, so is he a villain or does he do like appearances like a Captain Gun?
I think. Well, go ahead, Catalina.
You know what? Let's ask the audience.
Okay.
Guys, do you see Mr. CRISPR as a good guy? And if so, how does he use the crispiness to help people? And if you see him as a bad guy, how bad can he possibly be?
Yeah, before I
continue.
And
how would he harass people? So yeah, let's just give them a second.
Yeah, before I continue, I'd really like to hear what everyone says about Mr. CRISPR.
Yes.
And he cools everything down to a nice 45 degrees?
Maybe?
I don't know how much the CRISPR actually does. I was just trying to be funny, like just cold enough, but not actually cold enough. I like the idea that like he's a normal guy, but maybe in the episode that we catch him and he's in dire straits, and so he does go do something bad. Like maybe his summer money did dry up or something, or maybe it's a real cold summer or cold spell. I don't know. Something to where, like, dude, come on, like you like him.
What could we do? What could you do with ice?
Just feel villain.
Would he make ice?
No,
he just keeps things cool.
He keeps things cool. He's a CRISPR. So could he?
So what?
Does he cool an area? Does he hold things? Like, is he like a medical professional? Like, what is he? What if he serves beers? Or, drinks. What if he serves stuff like that?
I see him either helping business owners when their refrigerating goes out and he's got to show up and help keep the food cool. Like, it's that kind of lame power that only business people would like.
Well, no, how about you just do an origin then? How about he started as that, and then maybe he either turns to a life of heroism and or crime using the limited cooling technology that he already has. You see what I'm saying?
I don't, but I do.
So
what is it?
If he is in charge of refrigeration for stuff, either for bars or for restaurants, or just owns a general refrigeration company, it's like, I'm going to use this for personal end.
I love that idea. I love the idea that he's like a refrigerator repairman.
Yeah.
And what he does is he keeps all your food cool while he's repairing, or he keeps or maybe he's an AC repairman.
Yeah. Long enough.
That he keeps the whole house cool while they're working on stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just scamming people.
But I also like the idea of him scamming people. I think I'm going to give him a helmet, maybe, that has the clear plastic thing that y'all were talking about. And let me see.
Hold on. What is Nova saying, Miles?
I think he might be a lawyer, so not necessarily bad, also not that great. Or maybe he's a businessman and just and people just get him to keep their food cool at work. Maybe he's that dude that gets the coffee. My cousin said if he was a medical professional, he could be an insulin cooler. Whoa! I think that's giving our bad guy a little too much mortal responsibility.
Insulin.
That because to me that quickly goes into they give him organs to transplant
whoa.
take from one place to another because they have to remain at a certain temperature. And
What?
with the CRISPR, you know it's going to stay at a certain temperature.
Yeah, that's the R-rated version of the crew.
Yeah, that's
he handles
the
organs.
heavy.
What if it's like a see-through bucket filled with a bunch of ice? I mean, that would be a good like bit in the summer whenever his powers don't stand up to the heat or something like
Or
that.
I kind of see it as those cups that are like double walls, so that you never get any like any condensation, on the outside of your cup. But in the double wall, like in his suit, we see little things of ice, and so whatever. But it's fake.
So can we make him?
Yeah.
It's fake ice. And so you can see him like sweating and getting really hot once. Like, I thought you were like cool or something.
See, that's the thing. I want to give him. I don't know. I'm so driven to give him a plot line because I feel like.
Nova said yes, organ transplant.
Like I don't want to limit. I don't want the ceiling for this guy to be. I think the ceiling for this guy is higher than like the ceiling for Cactus Guy, for instance. Like I think.
What's wrong with Cactus?
No, Cactus Guy is great. I'm saying like if, this guy seems to lend himself to a mythology for me. I don't know why, but like an actual origin story.
So like Mr. Freeze.
Kinda, but I mean, he doesn't have to have a dead wife. I mean, just he can be the refrigerator repairman thing is enough. I just think that whatever joke we make should be his origin.
I think it's funny to make him a villain, and he's
Yeah.
one of the people that the crew has to pop.
Yeah, I like him as a villain.
So do y'all like that? Does he? Okay, we can go a few ways with this. I think we could give him the origin story of like he hates when food goes bad in the CRISPR. He can hate like people who let their food go bad in the CRISPR, stuff like that. Or do y'all want him to have been driven crazy or something like that? Like, what is
By
it?
the CRISPR. Hold on, what? Someone said something.
Bagpipe said.
Grant
Said, "What if his hero-villain dichotomy depends on how hot/cold his temperature is? I can see a situation like the one episode of SpongeBob where plankton melts/freezes the Krusty Krab at will."
Well, we could do that, man. We could make him like bipolar, I guess, like in the sense of if he gets too hot.
But I don't like.
Let's see.
I don't like that he has that power.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze is the same way. It says all you have to do is get him hot and he's defeated. I don't want this guy's like biological or physiological functions to depend on his temperature.
I don't want that to be the shortcut to how to defeat him or something like that.
Okay.
So, to me, that's why kind of him hiding it or I guess just his equipment whenever he's there fixing stuff and it doesn't really work out makes sense. But how do you guys see him? Like, what do you see him looking like? Joey's still trying to draw.
Yeah, I'm still just drawing for fun.
Yeah, guys, your ideas have been great, but like really, like pare them down to like a tiny bit simpler.
How do we see his outfit?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
So the creativeness is there. Just pare it down a little simpler to where like a tiny bit more real world. So the refrigerator repairman, or what makes him mad, or what kind of conquest is he on? What is he? How does his costume reflect that?
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Does he actually have a physical drawer in his abdomen?
Right now.
There has to be some way of putting things or
Crisping.
stuff.
Oh, this guy looks terrible.
What's wrong with him?
In a good way. I mean,
he's living the dream, man.
But I guess his suit would have to be that chunky to fit like a foot-long drawer inside of it.
I mean, okay, he could just have the power to crisp things, but I like the idea that he's not even that cool. Let's see. Bam. Bam.
So does he pilfer things from the people whom he services with his...
I mean, he could. That's... The thing about Mr. CRISPR is, does he affect an area, or is it self-contained?
I'm not saying no to self-contained. I just can't think of a lot of things. I don't know how he would threaten you by putting stuff inside himself.
Well, what if is there anything he could carry? Is there anything he could carry that needs to stay mildly cool?
Is it kind of like, hold on, is he able to kind of spray a mist? And it's kind of cool?
See, Joey and I are trying to figure out if he emits something or if his villainous power comes from what he can withhold from you by putting inside his CRISPR. But that
oh my god!
For it to have any kind of real importance or weight, it would have to be something like insulin, like Nova said, which is kind of messed up. I always imagine this type of character being, I mean, the BFFs like walk into their house and it's like the door has been kicked in and they don't find anything missing. You're like, did someone turn on the AC? Is it kind of cold or?
I just like that if that were to happen, if he were ever to show up to like in their house, it'd be like, is it AC working?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, the AC's working.
Man, it feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, man, it feels good. They kick back for like 30 minutes and he's waiting for them to notice.
He's waiting for them to enter a certain room because he's been waiting. And he's like, they're going to walk in here. And instead, because it's so cool, they just like enjoy themselves in another room.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so it has to be an area effect or something like that.
Texas Kingpin said, how about goggles or glasses?
Okay, let me give him some goggles.
Wait, Joey.
Yep.
So those like plastic indentations that run vertical up that ice bucket at like family gatherings.
Yeah.
I would like maybe those running down toward from like the top of him to his CRISPR, and then maybe if those like light up or something when he's ready to power up, but then the thing that they amount to is psst, and then he just emits that cold mist.
So maybe we put little like nozzles on him then?
Yeah. I would maybe for him to have like a 3-foot blast radius.
Let me
Psst, and then just kind of miss. It's like at a theme park or a restaurant.
And it feels good. Whenever you're passing underneath.
It's like Six Flags whenever you walk under those like light showers.
Yeah.
Joe Brasino said, how about goggles or glasses? I'm not sure. I think we have face. Goggles or glasses to me would read to Mr. Freeze, but I guess it would be cold in that suit. And then let me see.
Yeah, I don't like his face either. His face needs some work.
You don't see enough of it.
Well, I like the idea that you might not even see all of his face, but that means the top of his head really has to be on. Like, it has to be perfect. So, would he wear like a
CRISPR drawers.
Would he wear like a beanie or something like that?
Give me 1 second. Hey, Catalina, go to the end of your live stream. Like, go to where it's not in the middle of it, and then press play. The health of the stream seems to be iffy right now.
The health of the stream.
Okay.
America
Is it running
still
smoothly
needs
for you?
your help.
Video output low. Could just be because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Well, go to the go away from the video manager. Go to the search for the video on YouTube.
Search for the
I just want to
video.
make sure. If it's me, then it's fine. I just want to make sure they're having an okay experience.
Yeah, guys, how's your experience?
Yeah, tell us. Are we clipping? Are we like skipping or not? Because sorry that I just interrupted the
Skipping,
complete flow.
clipping,
Dripping. Yeah, Nova. Tech Nova. Your services are requested. How are we going smoothly? What's going on?
We need your
I think
help.
it's okay.
All right. Yeah, I think we might be good. Mr. CRISPR.
Okay, so I've got nozzles here. I've made it so he can rotate independently of his bottom.
Grant said it went offline for me a moment ago.
Yeah, guys, there is a delay, so we're it's looking good for us now. Let us know if our sync and everything is still good.
I'm gonna close mine.
Boom.
That's good. I'm just gonna close mine and turn it off and get off Wi-Fi.
Mr. CRISPR proved to be a bigger challenge than initially anticipated. I thought the BFF van was going to take forever, and then Mr. Crisper was going to be like a bang bang.
You know, and I think it's because we've also tried to tackle the BFF van, not just based on, like, our writing, because we had to figure that out, because it's in a scene, but also, like, what is it going to look like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is something that has to be figured out.
Bam. Mr. Crisper looks very dumb.
Mr. Crisper.
Remember the cold open that we wrote for Cactus Guy? And it was really dark. And like the more I think about it, like that he's just doing a school function, and then he goes into an alleyway and just gets assaulted by 3 thugs. Yeah. And he tries his best and headbutts a couple, but then he just gets beat down and his pot gets cracked.
Yeah.
And he's out of commission.
But that's great because it's like there's a guy who's assaulting low-level
heroes.
Oh, yeah, going around town.
So y'all are in danger.
They go into a hospital room and Mr. Crisper's drawer is gone. He's like, guys, and he has a big hole in it. Gotta get my drawer back. They can't keep me cold enough.
And then the cooler's like...
Yeah, I go... A little... Yeah.
It's not out of all of them.
Yeah.
Or whenever he gets scared, it kind of...
Or Mo says something to him and he goes, what? And the panic button comes and the nurses come in like, cool, now bring the ice! Bring the ice! Oh, sorry.
Bring the
just
ice!
wanted to refresh my drink.
Yeah.
Something
yeah,
like
he
that.
holds it up. And he turns the nozzle and it releases like 40% of his remaining. And Mo's glass gets like freezing cold. Like, no, please stop. No. Panic button ring.
Okay, so does that mean Mr. Crisper produces a crazy amount of like bodily fluid that's cool, and that's how he cools the area and stuff like that? That's gross. That's a disgusting type of power.
Oh.
What do you think, Catalina? What should we do?
How does he work?
That's
how does he work? Like, who's paying him? Like, how is he getting gigs? How is he booking gigs? Like, what do they do? They can't just send him as like a relief worker to places that are hot all year long. I mean, he can't do that. So what is it?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, is it... Okay. Let's say it is that he actually produces a crazy amount of bodily fluid that's cooled, right? But it's sanitary. So people could think he's gross, but he still provides a service. So it's like he's kind of like a walking igloo almost, I guess. Right?
So what he emits is what?
Well, so it's like perspiration.
This is bizarre.
I know. It's so weird. But whenever Miles was talking about Mo like tapping the thing to like refresh his drink, it'd be amazing if so like the fluid that he perspirates is super cold, right?
Yeah.
And that's what crisps everything around him, and that's what cools the area around him. But
he's found a way to harness it.
I mean, I guess. But if y'all want to go with a different way his power works, I'm fine with it. I don't know how Mr. Crisper works, aside from the fact that it could be just a machine.
I feel like... Okay, so...
What are they saying? Tell me what the people are saying.
Yeah, see, Nova said, my cousin said, what if he condensates, like sweat coolant inside the suit, and then he can shoot as sweat cannons? Yeah, Nova, that's actually exactly what... Okay, so I was thinking, so like, if it's like an affliction, and he's trying to be inspirational with it, but everyone's grossed out by it. I mean, I know we already have kind of Captain Gun and or Cactus Guy as like a motivational speaker, but we can shuffle those around because I would like, if this guy was like sick, or the cool thing to where he needed a certain temperature to survive. He's like, look at me. I turned it to being a hero. And look at me now. But no one really wants to engage in...
He's not a hero you ever needed.
Yeah. They would like bring him to like a school, like a fall festival or something. You're like, go get your snow cones from Mr. Crisper. Go, you bring him something.
Talk to him. He's a great guy. Yeah. He'll cool down your drinks.
Cool down your drinks. Like a flash freeze ice cream or something. But like no one goes to him because it's literally it's sanitary sweat.
I'm like, so wait, this is made with your sweat?
Yeah, but I mean it's a complicated process. Like nah, bye.
That's
we're good.
He's so weird.
Disgusting.
I like that he's short, kind of like a dwarf.
Let me give him some boots. All right.
I would like it if he wears gloves. They're like, so let me get this straight. Your sweat is cold, but you still need gloves.
It has to be a self-contained suit. Like he has to be like up to in fluid up to like his neck or something like that.
At all times, he just produces it at a really fast rate.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
and that's why he goes
so bad. Because he has to let some off even if he's not working.
Yeah.
Even if he's not doing it, it's like a valve, like a pressure release.
That's so gross.
That's hilarious.
Mr. Crisper's weird. He's a weird character.
I like Mr. Crisper. The Crisper. It'd be funny too if he like tries to teach kids about like healthy eating and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's an inspired idea. So he's literally walking around in a pool of liquid.
Yeah.
All the
But he's
time.
kind of like a refrigerator. Like, you can eat this. You can eat a lot of vegetables and stuff.
And that's why when Mo's like
I'm dry for the first time.
when he's in the hospital,
Mo uses the last bit of his liquid.
yeah, and they're like, he's liquid. And Mo's like, I was just getting a drink.
Get a
But
drink. I mean, you're going to
produces a lot of it. I mean,
What do you expect me to do?
But you can't drink it. It just cools your drink, right?
Yeah.
well, no, I mean that's what I mean. It could be sanitary, like you could drink it, but
Well, that's even
because
worse.
Of him spraying it out, that would be disgusting if it wasn't sanitary.
No, but if it comes out like a cool air, like a mist, like
But
it's filtered.
Either way, it's still body.
Well, I
fluid.
like him. I like Mo
Yeah,
trying to
that's
get a
true.
drink, realizing that it's kind of gross when the nurse is like, I don't want this anymore. And he gives it to Dane, and Dane drinks it.
It's got a smell.
Like, yeah, it's got a kind of a smell. I don't here, Dane, take that. And then the scene happens, but in the background, Dane go ahead and, oh, you don't want to go to waste.
This is cool.
This is cool. Yeah, not cool like it's awesome, but like it's cool
Like
because
it's
like
cool.
temperature. Oh man, this is cool.
This is cool. What do they say?
Sarah,
Hey,
Alcorn.
Sarah, thank you so much
Sarah
for joining
Alcorn,
us.
Sarah Alcorn.
Sarah Alcorn. Sarah Alcorn.
We do that for everyone that joins the live stream.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Sarah, you've missed the Crisper, Mr. Crisper.
Well,
It's so great.
yeah, imagine her surprise. Look, she logs on and this little thing's in the middle of her screen.
I know, she's like,
what an off-putting. Look at those little gross boots on.
What's wrong with his boots?
can you imagine him trying to run?
Yeah.
And hearing the
Like-
sloshing.
Oh, it like submerges his whole head when he runs because he's bouncing up and down.
And it produces even more of it, so he quickly has
yeah.
to stop and let it out,
This
otherwise
is-
it just keeps building because it's...
Someone turn the valve.
Yeah, he can actually have water tanks if you'd like. Water cannons. We could do that. Give him a backpack. There he goes. He's got his backpack.
Guys, I didn't intend for this. Like, we just thought it was going to be kind of funny. We didn't know it was going to go this hardcore.
This is amazing.
Is it hardcore? It's just, I mean, you
I mean,
can...
it's not, but
It's
now that we know
sterile.
it's all sweat, it's sterile. Okay.
It's sterile.
Let me run my sweat through a Brita and give it to you.
He shoots liquid oxygen, which freezes on contact and turns... Oh, wait. He shoots liquid oxygen, which freezes on contact and turns to oxygen, okay? He dispenses pizza rolls to children after he is done. My dad just sent me that.
Oh! Okay, this sounded like a little too much at first, but then I thought about how the nasty implication.
Great job, Dad.
You know, okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Have you ever seen that video of that like news report and a guy tries to take off on this like water-powered jetpack and he like flies into the ocean on accident?
Yes.
Well, Nova said, my cousin said he could fly those water-powered jetpacks. But bear in mind that if he did, that would be like, I mean, it's all, it's just,
That could actually be used later as an upgrade. Like
Yeah.
when you see him and he's like, I can fly now.
I can fly now, guys, look. And everyone's
think
just
I'm
like,
really-
oh my God.
This is gonna do wonders for my image. The kids are gonna love it. I'm gonna make people cool down below, but they still get grossed out by his sweat.
You can have the whole demonstration and have the people be excited because they're like, yeah. So what do you think powers a jetpack? And then it's like NRH2O.
No, hold on. I would love it if he gets them to buy in with the demo, like the demonstration. He's like, and you know what powers it? My sweat. Like, what? You can do anything you want, kids. You can be anything you want to be. I've got a jetpack.
Kids, you can do anything you want to be. I got a jetpack. And you know what powers it? What? Good old-fashioned, handmade, American, sterile sweat.
Yeah, he should do it. Sterile.
Sterile.
Before he says
sterile sweat. And they go... Time for blast off. No.
Blast off. And now to achieve my dreams of flying.
Yeah, his own dreams. He's not doing it for other people.
You can do anything you want to do, kids. I got a jetpack.
And now, to achieve my dreams of flying.
Watch me.
Watch me achieve my dreams of flying. That's good.
That's really good. Thank you guys so much. That's so great. That's amazing.
Grant has a very specific question. LOL. So would it still be salty?
No, it can't be salty. It has to be drinkable. So people...
Which is very, like, you don't want to.
Maybe that's our introduction on the jet. Because, like, they said, Nova said they should have a splash zone around it.
and no one should be in it except Dane.
Yeah. Dane's in a swimsuit. He came ready.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, I like that even better. I like that he's got, like, a crease in his shoes.
I love it.
There he goes.
What do they say?
They said that would be cool seeing him fly around just spitting out random phrases. God. Now, to achieve my own personal dream of flying, you get to watch me. I haven't got you kids. Ages 3 to 11, you can do anything you want.
Ages 3 to 11.
I have a jetpack.
Boys, ages 3 to 11, look at me.
Look at me.
You know, people in school said I would never do anything.
They didn't know if I'd live, and here I am with my jetpack.
There he goes.
They're like, he's this guy with this jetpack. He's really proud.
Here he is, man. Mr. Crisper flying off.
Oh,
I didn't realize we're doing the miniature mock-up of him flying. That's disgusting.
Why?
Look how small he looks, like a little bullet. He looks like the droid logo. The Android logo.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. It's so great.
I like how small he's gonna look in relation to his sweat stream that he's flying off of. Like he's just this little speck in the sky.
The stream's like twice as long as he is.
There it is, man.
I would just love it if, because he can't build up so much in there, he can only get like 5 feet, and then he comes back down.
Yeah,
or like it's not far.
Like a mild jump like that.
Yeah. Do you like that, Miles?
Grant said a line that I don't know how much sense it makes, but I like most saying it. He said, "Fly, you magnificent placebo." You fly.
I like
Fly.
I like that he's like exhausted afterwards.
Yeah. He's like he's on his hands on his knees.
He stumbles a little.
Yeah, he's like.
Can't fall back from that
said,
jetpack.
How'd you get that jetpack, Mr. Crisper? Oh, it was no sweat.
Oh.
Mr. Crisper, how was the inaugural flight? Well, it's no sweat.
So it was no sweat.
No sweat.
Like not even funny picture. Like there was no sweat.
That level of exhaustion.
It's not like how Rick Harrison laughs in Pawn Stars.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
That's too much sweat. That's gross.
Here he goes.
He has no eyebrows.
No, he doesn't. Because he's in water all the time. Maybe we can make his head a little bit pruny.
Oh, like raisiny.
Ew, he's disgusting.
That's gross. That's gross.
Too much.
There we go.
Here he is, man.
Mr. Crisper. Look at his little shoes.
Hey, Cosmic Eel.
Cosmic Eel.
Cosmic Eel. This is Mr. Crisper. It's kind of a long story.
True.
He is a human crisper, as in like a fruit crisper in a refrigerator.
But give us a little backstory about how it is that he came to have this.
He's
power.
a refrigerator repairman. He's kind of really well versed in refrigerator parts, but he also had this developed since working with that technology so much, a condition to where and most environments are way too hot for him. So what he has to be able to cool himself, crisp himself essentially. So he's always perspiring, and he's in a giant. What you're looking at is a giant capsule of him being submerged in his own sweat constantly. Now, he's developed this apparatus around his body, nozzles and such, to where he can spray out via sterile mist all his condensation that builds up.
His sweat, and it produces at a rapid
pace. So he needs to crisp stuff. He needs to freeze crisp stuff. And it's sterile, so don't get grossed out. It is sweat, but it is sterile. And when it builds up too much, you see him taking off right there. That's all sweat. That's like a water-powered jetpack, but it's all his sweat.
And he doesn't go far. It's maybe like 5 feet.
Yeah.
A nice high jump.
And it exhausts him for like a week.
There he is, man.
And he's the Crisper. Mr. Crisper. Really meek guy. Happy to help.
People aren't just happy to be around him.
I like
That's funny.
I like kids age 5 to 11. Look
kids.
At me.
Kids age 5 to 11.
Age 5 to 11.
Look at me.
Watch me achieve.
Watch me achieve my dreams. I've got a jetpack. And so the sweet.
There he is.
All right, Joey.
Yep.
For those titles on him.
Yeah.
I like the idea of those black magnet letters.
Yeah.
That have like really poorly stenciled on white letters. You know, like the black squares, and then like the Paramount Vantage logo, or the.
Oh.
Like refrigerator magnets, and he just spelled out Crisper on himself. But there's little black squares.
You mean like
I see what you're saying.
I think that's sadder than if he actually wrote it on himself.
You mean like the little punch, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's his target demographic, Grant. He's like, children, ages 5 to 11, come listen. Come gather around.
Nova said he can't be around women because he'll almost drown. Because he gets so nervous.
Ew.
And Sarah said, OMG, I can see that too, Nova.
He drowns. That's gross.
It's really nice. And he's got to go. He's off in his jetpack again.
They ask him where it went. He's like, I was taking off too much. I had to decommission it. Yes, those little punch ones. Sorry if you have to draw the actual letters tiny in there, but...
I do, but it's okay.
Maybe they're not all uniform, yeah, like some are...
Yeah, they're not gonna be. I mean, I'm not perfect. CR... Oh, dude.
That's so sad. I love that idea, but when you see it on him, look, these little tiny little magnets. This would go to spell out Mr. and then Crisper that he just put on himself one letter at a time.
Am I still in the right order?
Yeah.
He's like, guys, am I still in the right order? Mr. And then they like switch the letters around.
Mr. Crisper.
That shot of him taking off makes me mad.
Why?
Because of how good and stupid it is.
He's awesome, dude.
Look how little he is. Look how chunky his body is, and his little legs are dangling from underneath him.
It's cute. It's very cute.
I like if him and maybe Leroy don't like each other. Or maybe Leroy doesn't like him.
Oh, that's a funny idea to give Leroy an opinion on someone, but someone as weird and random as him.
And he's like, don't be mad because this suit's better than yours.
It's gross. It's not better.
Gross.
Unclean.
Unclean.
Yeah.
Unclean.
What would you know? What would you know about filtration?
What do you know about filtration?
What do they say?
Drowning in his own sweat seems gross, but interesting altogether.
Yes.
Unclean.
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 Unclean. Unclean. Mr. Crisper does not compute.
P. Boom, 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 boom. Golly, his name is long.
No, it feels long when you have to write it.
Hold on one sec.
I love when he takes off. Maybe he didn't think about fastening that drawer in, so he takes off and it flies out of his stomach.
Yes.
Just slides right out. Just.
Or whatever it is that the contents they kind of spill out
Yeah.
on the people below.
Okay, bam.
Awesome. Yeah, and so whenever we're done with this, I guess we'll be done.
Yeah, guys, this is the last one. We kept ourselves pretty good, pretty short. Thank you so much for all your suggestions. It really helped. We had no idea where we were going with this character, and kind of.
It was really great. Thank you guys very, very much. This is awesome.
This is how it usually is, though. We don't know anything about the character. We just have an idea.
Yeah. And then we see where it goes. But it looks good. I really like him. I think he's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, these are really great, like, cold open characters that can maybe show one or two more appearances in the series.
How old do you guys think that he is?
Maybe.
Because we don't have any sort of
late 30s,
identifying.
early
I was
40s.
going to say 37.
Yeah, late 30s, early 40s, maybe.
Dude, I'm 31, okay? 6 years older than me? Really? You see flying around in a crisper? 6 years from now?
And he needs to be close enough to those years of his life where he still holds a grudge, but old
42.
enough to where it's sad.
42.
42? Okay.
30s are for cleaning up the mistakes of your 20s. 40s are for...
Hey guys, according to Catalina, 30s are for cleaning up the mistakes of your 20s. That's what you've learned in the podcast tonight. Or sorry, the live stream.
Yeah. So in their 40s, you're willing to take risks again. He's tired of being just an AC guy. He's ready to become a hero.
Maybe he can get too bored. I spent my 30s cleaning up my mistakes, and now I'm here, and I have a jetpack.
Yeah.
I stand in front of you, a man with a jetpack.
And I have a jetpack.
And
Look at this. And he turns around. I got a jetpack.
Your dreams can't come true.
Children, ages 3 to 11.
3 to 11. Look at me. Watch me achieve my dream.
I would love it if some kids get like dirty hands and they put their hands all over his helmet and he can't clean it, and so then he's blind.
blind.
There we go. There's Mr. Crisper.
Awesome. We're all.
Oh, Cosmic Yo, you're fine. We moved the live stream a whole day early, so we're technically a day early.
Yeah.
He didn't come. He's like, oh, I came in late.
Yeah.
If you go back, we designed the BFF van, so you can go and take a look at that. And we didn't spend too long on it. You honestly got the most of the live stream.
I actually really like the idea of them having to start the AC with a pull chain.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that's
Grant,
really
good job. That was very,
great.
very funny.
Great.
I don't think so.
I said, remember the generator thing. That's fine, whatever.
No, I think stop keeping score, Miles.
Grant, I promise that we will get along. I promise I like you. I promise I didn't mean to Grant bag you.
Grant, ask Nova how she feels about
No,
Miles.
Grant, don't ask Nova how she feels about me. Nova's biased.
Nova, how do you feel about Miles?
She's just mad because she says she doesn't care for me, and then she goes out shopping for random little nameplates and then can only find my name and can't find Joey or Catalina. Did you see that on her Instagram?
I think she burned him.
She didn't even find Miles. She found Myles, Miles. She was upset about it. She said, "What did I do to deserve this?"
That's pretty awesome. Sick burn.
Awesome.
All right. Well, is there anything else? Any announcements?
No, I was just going to say, just remind everyone to be sure to download us on iTunes if you have it. We're now available, thankfully. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Arte Fact Production. Again, the same with Instagram, SoundCloud, Arte Fact Production. Twitter, however, is at ARTEFACT_media.
Yeah.
Miles, anything you want to add to be sure to listen?
Yeah, I mean, I bet all of you are probably already subscribed, but if you're not, literally, if you're watching this live stream right now, just hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and then you won't have to guess whenever we're gonna do live streams at a different time. And then Nova said, I also found trash, but I figured there was enough of that on your Instagram. Oh, Nova, come on!
Sick burn.
I also found trash, but I figured there was enough of that on your Instagram, Miles.
We got an aloe vera plant out back, Nova, for that burn.
You just gave me. Yeah, no, that, and then Catalina's been hard at work sending a bunch of emails casting-wise to a bunch of different places, and as a result of that, we've gotten a lot more YouTube subscribers, a lot more Twitter followers, and a lot more Insta followers. So, we are kind of buckling down about, I know it's funny to say this on a Wednesday live stream, but we're buckling down about being diligent about our schedules now. A little more so since our followers have grown by a big number, and we want to keep taking care of you guys and giving you something to look forward to every week. So,
yeah. And again, thank you very much for joining us and participating, because we always enjoy this. And kind of like Miles touched on earlier, we may have an idea, but this is where we really work things out. And so it's fun to just imagine and enjoy this creation process.
Yeah, this is my favorite thing. Honestly, it is my favorite thing to do.
It's wonderful.
It's some of the most stressful. It used to be. It used to be some of the most stressful few hours of the week because of the setups and stuff.
Yeah,
but
and all the problems.
Man, it's really become streamlined, and things are, maybe there's a little bit of desyncing or whatever, but for the most part, it works great.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're all done, guys.
One last thing.
Yes.
Would you say that it's become live streamlined? All right, on that note, enjoy your Mr. Crisper.
Thank you, Nova.
Go
We love
watch
you
some
too.
Home
Thank you so
Improvement.
much.
Go watch
Tim
Home
Allen.
Improvement. Please keep Tim Allen alive, because a lot of people don't know who he is
Keep
anymore.
him working.
Keep him working. We will have him on the crew as a voice.
Why are we gonna have him on the crew?
Because he's gonna be.
He'll be Mr. Crisper.
Oh my! Oh, he would be an amazing Mr. Crisper. Look at me, kids.
Look at me. Children.
Oh my gosh! Can you
Children,
imagine Tim Allen for Mr. Crisper?
I got a jetpack, and he'd be so genuinely excited about it.
Guys.
It has to happen.
Well, we put that out there now. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
He is the most perfect candidate for Mr. Crisper. Guys, go harass Tim Allen and tell him.
Everyone,
Tim Allen.
Tweet at Tim Allen. Tweet at him.
Hold on, let them take a screenshot of this, Joey. They need to see Mr. Crisper a little bit closer.
I'll make him full screen.
We got. Okay, listen. We were joking about this stuff is how we ended up contacting Theo Von for Dane, and he is cast, and we have recorded with him.
That's true.
You tweet this at Tim Allen right now, and you tell him that he is Mr. Crisper.
He's got a job waiting.
And he's got a job waiting, and you include it at Artifact, okay? You add us on the Twitter as well.
Oh my gosh, Tim for Mr.
Sarah,
Crisper.
Hashtag Tim for Crisper. Okay?
Hashtag Tim for Crisper. That's it.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's amazing.
Okay, awesome. We're definitely gonna do that.
Children ages 6 to 11. Young
Gather
boys.
Gather around.
Oh,
Young boys, you'll find this inspirational. Come on. You need leaders. You need role models.
You need leaders.
You need a role model. All right.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And if you missed a little bit of the beginning, just be sure to watch it. We'll have it up here in just a few minutes.
It crossfaded to him. It didn't even cut to the full screen when it crossfaded.
What? What about him?
That's just hilarious. I don't know. Okay.
I love it. Mr. Crisper.
Here, let me do this.
The Crisper. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, dude. He looks great. Look at him.
This is amazing.
Tim for Mr. Crisper.
Wait, let me take a screenshot. Wait, okay.
Hold on, Joey.
Here,
Hold on, please.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, go.
Oh, this is amazing. Thank you guys. We had the best fans ever. We would have never even come up with this idea.
This is amazing. Thank you, guys.
I hope when he sees the tweets, he doesn't say,
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Bye.
All right.
all the help.
Awesome.
All right.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.